I'm back with another episode here on the Eye. I'm Seth on duty. I want to thank you for joining me. We have quite a lot of time until Maywick shows up. I wanted to experiment with my fungus. See if it will regrow at all. No, it did not regrow. So that's unfortunate. I currently have higher stakes though with the tracker. So I'm gonna go ahead work on that out of Mingji Express. Here we go. It's already risky, so let's go with a 5. Gives us a 6. Boom. +2 to the targets and more cryo. Come on, come on, come on. Good one, good one. Oof. Plus energy, minus energy. So neutral energy. How about one more? There, +1 to Feng's target. And I have one more 6 here. I wanted to see if my fungus would give me an improved yield if I get a perfect roll. So back here, it is safe to do. So let's try it. +2 random rare mushroom off of a single yield. So we got Matsutake and clubhead caps. Very cool. So this is going to take a while to get these done. Let's go back for one more sleep. Oh, we might be starving. Oh, we're gonna get pretty hungry here soon. At the commune, work assignment. No, priority is tracker. So, well, let's go back to there. Let's handle another food delivery. Here we go, Mingji Express. We can get a perfect roll here. So maybe we'll make some money. Booyah. +2 Feng's targets. Sleeper! You see Feng coming up the corridor as you step out of Mingji's. The kelp noodle smell still clinging to your clothes. He comes up fast and stops close, looking around suspiciously. I don't have long. Take these. Feng palms you a couple of those metal thumbnail-sized drives. Ripper worms. My slate has been buzzing like crazy. It seems your delivery shifts have turned up our 2 targets. He squeezes your shoulder. I knew you could do it. Now we nail those snakes. I'm ready. Good to hear, he says. Hardin's boys are all connected by some type of closed network. You break the access protocols on both of them, you should be able to gain the location of the nearest network ports. Slot the Ripper worms in these ports, 1 each, and they'll feed me anything and everything stored on Hardin's shadow network. He smiles. Can't wait to see what juicy plans they have in there. You hear the scuff of boots as a group comes up the corridor, likely on their way to place an order with Mingji. You turn for a second, and when you look back, Feng is already halfway down the corridor in the opposite direction. He raises a hand in farewell and is gone. You run your fingers over the tiny ripperworm drives in your pocket. and smile to yourself as you wonder how mad Jenna will be at Feng for his little excursion. Time to slot some worms. Yeah. Where do we go? He said low end, right? Hardened agent. Here we go. We need a 6 or a 4. We have 1 4. Okay, let's do the 4. Bypass. Extract the data. Hardened agent port unlocked. Okay. Leave. Ah, here's the agent port. Input 1 Ripper Worm. Slotting the Ripper Worm means a whole load of data on Harden's activities for Feng. Here we go. Port closed. The worm begins tearing through the data cache, spinning out a thread to Feng's terminal. Yeah. Ooh, the hunter's back on us. Here's the last one. We need a 5 or a 3. No way. Let's go with the 3. Bypass. Extract. You remember the guy who lived here? He didn't tip. Time for him to see the consequences. Data extracted. Let's slot this Ripper Worm. This will provide Feng with the ability to rip any data he likes from Harden's network. The worm makes a little nest among the agent's data. Enjoy your stay, little friend. Here we go. As you walk into the tambour, you quickly spot Feng arguing with Jenna. I'm going to approach him. You come up behind Feng and he turns and notices you. Jenna stops mid-tirade as you arrive. She turns to you. You again? You here to vouch for this layabout? Stay silent. Your silence feels long in the echoey tambour. Feng starts to speak, but Jenna cuts him off. Forget about it. You're done, Feng. Jenna turns on her heel and walks away to the bar. Feng turns to you. Could have done with you getting here a minute or so ago. He glances back at Jenna. Well, either way, it looks like I'm fired. Good news is that it doesn't look like I need the job anyway. He takes out his slate, pulsing with pale blue light. Now, let's take a look at what you are really here for. The slate is a whirring mess of code streams, coming directly from the Ripper Worms as they dig through the agent's data and spin it into threads for the slate to pick up. Anything good? Feng scrolls the display with a finger. A lot of junk, a lot of dull as hell messages, threads, a lot of tedious data caches, but Feng's eyes flash. Definitely some good stuff. He stops the screen scrolling on an entry and expands it. Check this out. Feng shows you the screen. You see a bold corporate logo, not Solheim's, and a word below. Conway, Feng says. He's working with Conway. Conway Extractions? Feng nods. He's been speaking with them, personally. Got a whole chain of messages here, but it's mostly encrypted or redacted. He rubs his head. Damn it, this is juicy, but we can't nail him with it. He scrolls some more. Wait, what's this? A wasteland reclamation facility, right here on the eye. He glances at you. What's the bet this place is tucked into the wastes? Conway set up there? I'm guessing so. Got themselves set up in the wastes. Back before the collapse, people would have got there by going down the connected spoke from the hub. The spoke's broken now, so the only way is the long way, around the rim, past the greenway. He shows you on his slate. Thing looks away, thinking, Conway have been making moves on this system since the collapse. I heard they took over one of Solheim's old belt colonies a while ago. Moved everyone out and reclaimed the whole rock. So why work with Hardin? Access? Old connections? Not sure. Fang looks back at the screen. But if Hardin is involved in it, then we need to check it out. Simple as that. So what's next? Fang starts out in the middle of distance. Fang stares out into the middle distance. We have to get to that facility. The answer to whatever Hardin has been planning, has to be there. We're going to catch him in the act. Give me 5, maybe 6 cycles, and then I'll see you on the Greenway. I seem to remember there's some old service docks on the outer shell, up by the Haifa building. Should be a good place to meet. Fang squeezes your shoulder. Thanks again, Slipper, for sticking with this. I haven't forgot about that tracker of yours either, but I'm going to need to be back in my bay to pull a solution together. He turns the slate around to face you, showing a massive scrolling code. I've been working on a fix in my brakes. He winks. Fang grins. See you later, Sleeper. And he walks out the door of the tambour without looking back. There we go. We got an upgrade. Ha! This is so awesome. The photosynthetic skin. But what do I want a +1 on? Honestly, I don't know. What would you put on? Let me know in the comments below. I think I want the baseline into it. Gives us predictive reasoning attribute. Dice actions display potential positive and negative outcomes. So, I mean, that's just cool to have. To know what could happen. So we still have to wait 2 cycles for these guys to be here. We could also just gain energy with dice roll. You know what? Let's do it. Actually, no, that's a waste. No, that's a waste for today, not in general. I want to do something in the low end. Here we go. Play Tavla. Plus low ender minus 3 cryo. Neutral outcome. You end up in a tight match with an older man and a small crowd gathers. You lose, but the pats on your shoulder suggest you gain some supporters. See, that was just fun. New drive discovered. What's this now? Looks like build a home. There's a derelict unit in the low end that remains unclaimed. With lots of scrap and a little work, it could be yours. Really? So if we gather enough materials... Well, we only need 4 scrap. Well, I'll be damned. That could have been pretty cool. Man, there's so much to do in this game. I love it. While we're on this side, I'm just gonna sleep over here. Let's end the cycle. I should have ate something. Uh-oh. We're starving now. There's nothing a little bit of food won't fix. So let's go visit our friend Emphas. Here you go. Please feed me. Yeah. And we could do some work for the compressor. I feel like we should focus on getting the positive stuff out of the way. Yeah, +2 to Ethan's stat. Thank you. And then... Let's go back across. Let's pick some fungus for predictive reasoning. So yeah, +2 growth spores, -2 energy. That's 50-50. I don't really like that. This is quarter negative. Oh, just no spores at all. That really sucks. Because yeah, what does the commune just gives you energy. I just get energy for that. Like, why wouldn't I do that? That's just helpful. Also, let's give her something. So she takes Matsutake or Jirol. Because what does Emphas want? He wants Jiroli. So we can give her Matsutake. You hand over the caps and Rico looks pleased. My amateur mycologist, thank you. +3. Yeah, because if I get 3 these Girole caps, I can give them over to Emphas and he'll cook us some crazy food. The other people that need it were... where? Oh, the aid. Bring mushrooms to the briar. Yeah, so I can bring clubhead caps. Which, I'm not prepared to do that just yet. Because like I said, help myself first. I need to get rid of this tracker. I don't really need to explain or justify it any more than that. So, let's end the cycle. Yes. And we should only get 3. Yeah, we got 3 on this one. Oh, a 1 and a 2 and a 2. Let's pick the rest of our mushrooms. There we go. Girole caps. Yeah. We got... I got an achievement for that. So the upgrade, let's go with... Oh, what was it to get in here? Intuit. Yeah, I was thinking of Intuit anyway. Boom. So we can forage, but it could hurt our condition. Honestly, we have one stabilizer and 120 cryo right now. So let's forage for Jabrole. Deep in a vent core, you find the amber caps of Jaroles. In this micro ecosystem, they are protecting from other stranger growths. Let's do it again then. Yes, we got more. I am definitely bringing those over to Emphis because we haven't spoken to him in so long. Where are ya? Emphis, my friend. It's been so long. He wants 3 Jarule. Boom. Emphis eagerly takes the bright yellow Jarule caps. He seems pleased with them. Okay, so we need to wait 3 whole days. Emphis is working on gathering the ingredients and preparing the mushrooms. He doesn't like to rush these things. This is gonna be so sweet. And they're here as well. Here we go. Ship mine fragment. Give us the ship mine fragment. Oh, I'm excited for this. We got a ship mine fragment, but it cost us 60 cryo. Now we can put it together in the Ort Fabricator. Kaboom. The fabricator whirs and crackles as it assembles the ship mind. It opens to reveal a completed but heavily dented unit. Amazing. Here we go. We have our ship mind. And I got an achievement for that as well, called Mindcraft. So I'm gonna go ahead, put this towards Endure, I think. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, this is getting good now. Because we built the ship mind, and now what? What do I do with it? The core of a ship AI, amputated and in hibernation. Okay. I know there was a reason for it. But I don't know what it was. I was just excited to do it. Yeah, I'm still not willing to do any work for Abaya. We can sell the ship mind for 150 cryo. No, I put more money into it than that, so I'm not doing that. Same with the Matsutake. I mean, that's actually decent amount for 3. You get 80. Somewhere to sell it at least. We're just gonna hang on to our ship mind, because there's no point. Go back to the Greenway. Let's go to sleep now. Okay, we still have way more cycles before this next bounty hunter arrives. 3 more to deal with. that part of the story. Yeah, the wastes. Oh, I should have done engineering. Oh, we can. It was endure. We can just gather scrap here. Good to know. Let's focus on helping Ethan out. Against my better judgment, I think this might actually be worth it in the end. Even though he is a total scumbag. So we can work the front or the back. Working the front, I have a chance of doubling down on Ethan's debt. So, or, you know, the productive outcome. Oof, -2 energy. Hold on, that was pretty shitty. Let's sunbathe. And then work the front again. -2 to condition. Ooh. Okay. We're not doing terribly. Let's go sleep in the empty container. Yeah, we're getting a lot done. I'm thoroughly enjoying this game. And if you, hopefully you are, and let me know in the comments below. Oh, we can straight up do a 6 here, which, hold on. That might not be the move. Actually, it might be the only move. Yeah, we should prioritize helping Ethan. Okay, that was all positive. Can I do it again? Ooh, -2 condition. +2 to Ethan's debt. Alright. Just one more day. So let's go to sleep. Just one more day. Oh, and we only get 2 diet. Ooh. And we're starving. But hopefully we get some good food here. So let's do Compress Club. There, +2, right? Yes. You and Ethan get put on the bar for a quiet shift and have a pleasant conversation with a customer. Turns out they are a friend of the owner. They're never going to release my debt. The shits. Ethan kicks at a locker and the sound rattles loudly around the room. Ethan paces around the small room, swearing to himself. You watch him from the locker room bench. Calm down, they'll do it. Ethan laughs. There's no way. He spits on the floor, an old habit. They like having sniveling little shits like us do work their club. Saves on the overheads and they get to boss us around. He kicks the locker again and swears. What did they say? Some shit about getting back to me. I swear to God, these are my most straight-edged gangsters I've ever seen. He laughs at his own joke. I can't do it. I can't spend another shift stopping spacers or bringing nail guns into the club or pouring endless shots of Girole for ignorant Havenage work crews. He looks at this locker again. threatening it with a final kick. I mean it. I'm going to go up there and shoot every single one of those shits. He makes a finger gun. Hold on. Don't get all excited. I haven't got my gun, remember? He stops pacing. But, you know, Sleeper, it's not a bad idea you have there. It's a terrible idea, dude. But is it though? He gives you a look. I don't mean shooting up the place, I mean getting the gun. He sits beside you on the bench. Think about it. What am I supposed to do when Maywick gets here? Shout him down? I need that gun if you want me to keep up my end of the deal. It's simple. An explosive personality for a distraction at the front. He places a hand on his own chest. A sneaky sleeper to go in the back. He pats your chest. It's stupid. What about the debt? We've done our time, and the wounds, they've faded. If they don't notice us take the gun, they'll never know it's gone. Plus, he stands up. After my distraction, they'll be happy to see the back of me. Or they'll want you dead even more. Either works. At least I'd never have to see the inside of this shithole again. He gives the locker one last quick kick for good luck. Let me know when you want to do this, then we both move as one, and meet up in the Bright Market after. But don't take too long, or I really will shoot this place up, he grins. You know I'll do it. Oh, no. Okay, let's eat some food. Emphasis preparing the Girole caps. He has had to heavily adapt this recipe, he says, but the smell is already incredible. It emanates from a strange purplish white bulb you have never seen before, and he is slicing it finely. He brushes and slices the mushrooms, and then places them in the wok with the sliced bulb on the oil. They caramelize in there, in that well-worn crucible. He adds liquids, transparent and opaque, and then turns down the heat. A sprinkle of leaves is the final touch. We have a moment, Sleeper. He smiles. Do you have a story? Something in the scent of the food gives you a feeling of nostalgia, something distant and melancholic. It seems like the story should match that feeling somehow, and maybe you will feel better for telling it. We could tell another sleeper's story. He seems to like sleepers, so I think he'll even just like our story. You start by explaining that when you are emulated from a person, many of your memories are left behind. Perhaps it is an intentional part of the process, a way of keeping sleepers ignorant and malleable, or perhaps it is a side effect of the imperfect emulation. You admit that you don't really know. What you do know is that some memories survive, and that, on occasion, they come back to you, like shadows passing overhead. You detail one recurring memory, which, despite returning to you with enough regularity for you to think it familiar, always fades as quickly as it arrives. You struggle to explain the feeling of being whole for a moment that becomes with this memory, and then how that wholeness slips away to leave you feeling like you have forgotten something important, but just can't bring it to mind. Emphas nods throughout, cooking as he does, with deft and skillful movements. You start to trail off when you realize you can't find the words to explain how the memories you do have feel like both yours and someone else's at the same time, and how that always fills you with a certain sadness. The sadness of remaining forever unknown, even to yourself. Emphys finishes cooking and meets your eye.
I'm sorry, Sleeper, for your troubles.
He puts the wok to one side.
I appreciate you sharing with me.
He smiles.
I hope it lightens you a little.
He passes you a bowl and heaps the Girolas into it, their yellow color mixing with the pale sauce and whorls and blooms.
Eat.
The dish is delicious, filling. It warms you as you eat in a way you weren't even sure your body could be warmed. It is a small mercy, you think, that Essenarp left you this pleasure. Many of the features of frames are there to simulate human experience. You know that much. Emulated minds cannot be rewired, so their need for embodied experience must be met. That is why you breathe even when you do not need air. Without the simulation, the sensation of drowning would be unbearable. Food serves another purpose. Your frame is able to metabolize it, to produce energy from the raw material. Vitamins and minerals are excess, of course. Your frame only needs raw power. So much is wasted. And yet, while you eat this food and feel that warmth, nothing feels wasted. It all means something to you. As you finish, Emphys takes the bowl, the last of his cleaning. He smiles at you, and neither of you feel the need to say anything more. Instead, you simply exchange nods and walk your separate ways back into the bright market, somehow changed. So now, if we bring him the Matsutake caps, I was hoping that that would complete the drive and give me another skill point. But that is not the case, it seems. Well, what should we do with this one last? Grab the gun. You know where the lockup is. Ethan's gun has been there since the bartender took it. Time to take it back. Okay, no. We should wait till we have at least a 5 to do that. Yeah. So, let's go across. We could do more work. Working's not super important to me anymore. Grabbing those mushrooms might be the move right now. Because we haven't even planted. Yeah, we haven't planted any. Yeah, we can only get Giroles here, it looks like. So, let's grab spores. Yeah, +1 spore. We're in decline as well. So let's be sure to use our last stabilizer here. Okay, and we're full up. Which leaves me in a very, very good spot for the next episode. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I'm Seth on Duty, signing off.